So today literally everyone in Glasgow seems to be on a walk and they're going past my house and every single one of them has looked in and it's like YouTuber zoo. Like I keep locking eyes with them and it's horrendously awkward. Oh, okay, blinkers on. Let's go.
2 seconds later.
Someone I actually know. That's so awkward. That's so awkward. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam Scott-Thorne and I am a vocal coach based in Glasgow. Now if you'd like to meet and explore your voice a little more, you can find me on sstvocals.com. You can also find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook and Patreon, and I'll put my handles down below and over there. Now if you'd like to consider becoming a patron, you have access to things like early release of reactions, you can fast track reactions, become a reaction, there are special roles on my Discord server, there's also access to patron exclusive Vocal 101 anatomy videos, so consider becoming a patron and help shape my channel. So this next suggestion actually came from my Discord server. It's a link to Corey Taylor singing Snuff, an acoustic version. Now Corey Taylor, if I'm not mistaken, was or is the lead singer of Slipknot. It's been a long time since I listened to Slipknot. The last song I remember was the song they did for the Resident Evil movie. So that will give you an idea of how long it's been. Decades, perhaps? Over a decade. It has to be. So I really don't know what I'm in for here. I'm assuming that it's like an acoustic cover of a metal song. But let's go ahead and see what we think.
I'm gonna play you a very heavy song for me. It's just hard to get through, so I'm obviously gonna need all the help I can get on this. Are you ready?
Okay, this is gonna be a heavy one. Popular with the crowd.
Bury all your secrets in my skin. Come away with innocence. Leave me with my sins. The air around me still feels like a cage. Love is just a camouflage for what resembles rage.
Nice. Okay, so we've already got a hint that this is a super emotional song for him because he told everyone that it was. But there's certain things that he's doing vocally which is allowing that connection to really come through. First thing is that his thyroid cartilage is vertical. Now the thyroid cartilage is the part of your larynx that is shield shaped and houses the vocal folds. Now, when you tilt that, you get a kind of a singier sound. It's sweeter and it adds a bit of vibrato in. Whereas vertical is where it would sit in speech. So if you sing in a vertical way, then you're getting that speech connection, but you're kind of transferring it over into song and singing. It's super effective on getting intimacy, on getting the message of the emotions across, because it's like you're being spoken to. Really, 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 really effective. He's also letting the ends of his phrases kind of dissipate into nothing. Like he's kind of weary. I'm getting like this weary energy off of this, kind of broken down. It's really, really, really good. Let's keep going.
So if you love me, let me go. Run away before I know. My heart is just too dark to care. I can't destroy what is in there. Deliver me into my fate. If I'm alone, I cannot hate. I don't deserve to have you. My smile was taken long ago. If I can change, I hope I'll never know.
Right, he's mixing so many techniques in here. It's gorgeous. There's a stillness to this performance that's really captivating. He's not moving his mouth too much, so you're getting almost the feeling that he's not singing this for anyone but himself, if that makes sense. It's very, very hyper personal sounding. If he was really dropping his jaw and getting like loads of resonance in, I think he'd lose a little bit of that. So the way he's going about it is just absolutely perfect. There's a bit of aspirate tone coming through, which is where air passes through the folds as you phonate, so you get kind of a breathy sound. But then he's mixing that into quite a nasalized sound, and it seems to be a nasalized sound that's a mix of his velum and his epiglottis. So you kind of get that kind of sound. It's nasal, but it's not like irritating. And then there's texture coming through too. So there's growls coming through at kind of key points in his phrasing. It's just really well done. He's so good.
Still press your letters to my lips. Cherish them in parts of me. Savor every kiss. I couldn't face a life without your light. All of that was ripped apart when you refused to fight. So save your breath, I will not hear. I think I made it very clear. You couldn't hate enough to love. Is that supposed to be enough? I only wish you were my friend. Then I could hurt you in the end. I never claimed to be a saint. My own was banished long ago. It took the death of us to let you go.
Wow. He is so good. To stand up and deliver a song with just an acoustic guitar and your voice, and for it still to sound so full, is just wild to me. Now, it could be the angle that it's being filmed at, but it seems like he sings with his jaw protruded forward slightly. And what that can do is influence that sound to sit in the front of your mask. So it gives a kind of a brightness and an intensity to that sound. If you yourself are singing and you're not getting the kind of tone that you're wanting, try moving your jaw around. You can have it protruded forward, you can have it sitting in mid, you can have it back, which is kind of gives you like a muffle kind of sound, or you can drop your jaw completely and get loads of resonance through. The jaw's a really, really big tool in vocal tone that really isn't played with enough, in my opinion. So to see him singing with a protruded jaw is really nice. It's a tiny little change, but one that can really change the tone and direction of his sound. His growling and his texture through some of these phrases is so easy and effortless. I mean, he's used to metal singing, so he'll have loads of texture through his voice anyway. But the point I'm trying to make is that the texture is coming through not from squeezing on that sound to get constriction through, but almost passing air up through his false vocal folds to make them kind of flap around, if that makes sense. If you went into kind of a huffy sigh, you would get the start of that sound like like that, but it's mixed into his kind of clean tone. It's beautiful. When done properly. I don't sing like that, so I can't demonstrate it. But with him, it's just absolutely sublime. Really nice.
Against my stones and spit your pity in my soul. You never needed any help. You sold me out to save yourself, and I won't listen to your shame. You ran away, you're all the same. Angels lie to keep control. Ooh, my love was punished long ago. If you still get on, never let me know.
He's creating such beautiful movement in this song with the use of kind of holding back and pushing forward. So you get these moments where it's almost like he's thinking to himself, or the emotions are kind of buried. And then there's the other stuff that he's singing where it's like a big, frustrated kind of roar. So he's really conveying like this torn feeling, like of feeling really, really like frustrated and also just really, really dejected and crushed. It's so powerful. And to pull back on certain phrases and push forward doesn't seem like much, but it just really moves the song along in such a nice way.
You still cannot help but let me know.
That was insane. Such a nice job of blending that vulnerability and power together, and it's just electric. It's like electricity in your hands. Ah, amazing. At the end, you could see he was really belting there. His anchors were fully engaged. You could actually see the muscles in his neck kind of protruding. Just absolute control. And that just provides real support so that you're not putting all of the pressure on your larynx. You're spreading that effort out so that it becomes a much easier sound to produce. Really, really good. He's such a good vocalist. So hope you liked that reaction. If you did, please give it a like and a thumbs up down below. And if you want to see more from me, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and anytime I have new content, you will be the first to know. So I guess all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me. And how are we going to buy this one? I have no idea. So I guess all that's left for me to say is... So now I have to say goodbye, but please hit like and then subscribe. I have no idea. I think that was a free. I think that was some of the notes in the song. Yeah. Done. Bye.